Greetings to all, and warm welcome to all of you, my dear sisters and brothers, and my dear friends. All are welcome to listen to a new session of Teresa of Avila, Falling in the Arms of God. And today I'm going to talk about the mystery and seeing beyond the veil. This is your Pastor Jetty. I can find nothing to compare with the great beauty of a soul and its infinite capacity. The soul is nothing but a paradise in which God takes delight. Teresa was in awe of the soul, and God had shown her that we are made in the image and likeness of our Creator. And that is, we are all physical, emotional, and spiritual expressions of the divine nature. It is this expressions what we can call our human and divine being. That give God great delight as He lovingly watches over our explorations and adventures. Many have embarked on a soul exploration and are seeking the paradise that we have both descended from and our heirs to, the Garden of Eden. This place is the promise of a harmonious world and a state of peace and bliss, both within and without. It is both a memory and hope. The Garden of Eden, however, is neither an external nor an internal place that we arrive at. Rather, it is an eternal journey into the mystery of who we are and who we are constantly becoming. It is not a destination. This journey requires of us an expansiveness of spirit and mind, as we are giving at every moment the opportunity to walk through the mind and soul of God. This is the infinite capacity that Teresa spoke of. There is no limit to what we can become. She also believed, however, that our reasoning minds, no matter how keen, can barely comprehend this awesomeness and can throw up enormous obstacles to entering this great mystery. Better that we can even try to use the mind, she suggested, since it has great difficulty grasping that we are magnificent souls. We are one and the same as God. Some physicists are beginning to comprehend the greatness of who we are and what we are a part of. This great production called eternal life. Life does not stop moving and growing. It is in constant motion as it seeks to reproduce itself in the many varied and wonderful forms that make up our galaxies and those beyond. All creation, from the minutest life to the greatest mass, is a mystery and a grand miracle. Teresa believed that all things have their beneficial secrets and that the smallest creation, even an ant, contains more mysteries than we can understand. In our own selves, there are great secrets that we do not know, and what we know of the universal mysteries amounts to virtually nothing. Teresa invites us to expand into and to participate in this mystery. It is our divine right in our deep understanding of this. She never tired of praising the magnificence of this eternal garden of which we are all caretakers, that is, our own souls. We were born with great dignity and beauty. It is up to each of us to reclaim and live this infinitely sublime gift, with our humanity and divinity merging into this miracle of life. We, along with all life forms, are given great delight to God right now as we move and grow and change. Just as a child gives joy to a parent or a grandparent, or a dear friend. And just as the bond between child and parent is never severed, nothing can dissolve the eternal bond between a soul and God. Feel the mystery in and all around you. Breathe into who you are now, a wonderful and mysterious being. That is what you are. Now come with me to seeing beyond the veil. As far as I can understand, the door of entry into the castle is prayer and meditation. The soul is advised to enter within itself. We are all souls with our own castles. And yes, we build castles, whether they are good or closes are in. But not all of us may desire to move from the other to the inner court. Happy to remain and to outskirts, we do not come to know the wonderful place or the riches that waits for us on the inside. Where their treasure is, there is their heart also. That's what we're reading in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. Attached to our preoccupations and worries, we live beyond a veil of ignorance about the truth of our being. Teresa implored us to see beyond the veil and to travel through all the royal rooms. The way of entry, she showed and she found, was through prayer and meditation. In our human evolutionary journey, we have become too self-reliant and too eager to claim credit for the things we have achieved. What a divine assistance! What of divine law? We forget that beyond us is a universal force supplying life at every moment. With every breath we take, with every sun that rises and sunsets. When we come to prayer with a humble heart, the door is opened much wider than when we think we are still effecting everything. Throughout her writings, Teresa never tired of reminding us of the great benefits of entering into genuine humility, and that is, of allowing the ego to release control. And with all my respect, we all want to control so many things, and it is sometimes so difficult to let it go and let God. When we do this, our prayers can become pure and spontaneous thoughts of the soul, or simply a state of being where we rest rather than constant petitions for what we want. Teresa strongly disliked repetitive prayers and voiced our displeasure at this religious ritual. Would we give a friend a little attention? She actually encouraged praying with thoughts and feeling and demanded respectful interactions with the divine, not simply uttering words out of habit or hope. She also introduced the practice of meditation to the Carmelite order and was considered an expert on this subject, with her numerous writings attested to. Believing herself incapable of meditation after many attempts, Teresa temporarily gave up the practice. If we are honest with ourselves and we walk through the process of our life, walking our journey, you really will feel that sometimes we have to stop. There is a kind of a rhythm that once we always want to move on, we need to stop and look at ourselves, where we are. Sometimes we are in such of a, let me say, a daily ritual, every day the same, with some things different things to do, but whatever. We need to stop and see where we are. She warned against such nonsense and called for perseverance, saying that we need to release any expectation of what we think should happen and to rely on God to guide us. There are many rooms in the castle, she reminded us, and we may be taken to any of these rooms at any time. It is not up to us to decide where we need to go. Our meditations and prayers can take us into places of deep peace, or into longing and pain. Unbidden memories may surface. Our feelings of lightness and grace and pervade our soul. As we journey toward the center of our being, may we be open to visiting all the rooms in our castle. It's so important in our meditations as we walk or as we have a quiet place to sit down, to breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe. It's also automatically. Maybe life is automatically. I don't believe that at all. We have to focus. We have to focus at our own life. Breathe and trust that you will be taken where you need to go. Breathe deeper and deeper into your being. Let yourself go to wherever you are being taken. Let the Spirit move your life. May God bless you. May He keep you from all harm. And may He guide you on your journey. Blessings and love. This is your Pastor Jetty. Bye.